All right, guys, welcome back to another edition of Southern Smoke. This is Ross Jordan. On the menu today, we got a pork butt. So this is about a 6.3 pound pork butt. So we're gonna let it go until the internal temperature on my smoker, which is a Weber Smoky Mountain. We're gonna let the internal temperature go to 165, and we're gonna wrap it. So hopefully it doesn't have that stall process, and we're gonna eventually get the pork shoulder internal temp up to 205 in that area, and then pull it. We're gonna wrap it in a towel, put it in a cooler, and let that sit for an hour or two, and then it'll be done. It's one of the ways that I do pulled pork. Again, I'm going to be using a Weber Smoky Mountain, so I'll show you how to prepare it and how I do my rubs, and how I prepare my pork shoulder. So we'll just go ahead and get started here. And if you don't have one yet, I would definitely get a meat thermometer. I used to just go by feel and everything, but nowadays I do the thermometer stuff. Seems to turn out a better product all the way around. So if you want to just pat your pork shoulder dry with a paper towel, we have our fat cap on here on the top. That's your fat cap. Okay. Just pat that dry. Set this aside. Let's score this puppy maybe about 2 inches apart. Want to go diagonally across the fat cap every 2 inches, and then back across the other way like a checkerboard. That's going to help the fat render a little bit. It's also going to help the seasoning get in there. And storing this fat cap there. So this video, guys, is just an instructional video for people that don't know what to do with a pork shoulder. I used to spend hours on YouTube, like how do you get the pork shoulder right in the smoker? I could never do it. So my goal with this channel is to help beginners, new people, learn how to do it easily without, without totally screwing up. So this is our fat cap scored. We're gonna start the rub. We're gonna put mustard all over this, and that's going to help the rub adhere to there. We want our fat cap seasoned and pretty looking. We want it good looking, so give me 1 second here. I get my mustard all over. You don't have to use too much. Just coat it. Just coat it all over, just like that. You're not going to taste the mustard, so don't worry if you don't like mustard. Okay, so you got your mustard on there like that. I'm going to try something new this time. I'm going to turn it back over here. I've got brown sugar and white sugar mixed together here. We're going to give her a good coating of that. This is going to just help the crust and give it a sweeter flavor, which is kind of cool. Barbecue and do it however you like it, however you think you're gonna like it. Seasoning I'm using is Heath Riles. This is the competition barbecue rub. I'm gonna start with a little of this Bearded Ones black seasoning to try that out. So we'll go ahead and sprinkle a little bit on that. It's really good stuff. So this pork shoulder should have a ton of flavor. So this is not a rub, this is just a seasoning. So go ahead and apply the rub here. You don't have to go too crazy with it, but I like a good bark on mine. So that's what I'm doing here. Just coat all sides. And again, we're doing the bottom. We don't want to mess the top up, because that's the pretty part. You eat with your eyes first, so you want to make sure it's nice and pretty. Get that all over, guys. Okay. Good deal. All right. Okay, so we got that seasoning, so let's go back down with our sugar, brown sugar and white granulated sugar. We're gonna cook this, I think we're gonna go hickory, a little pecan, maybe a little oak. I got all kinds of stuff. Academy Sports has a lot of seasoning, a lot of different woods for very inexpensive, very cheap. I'm just gonna do that, continue the process of coating. This is the top, this is the pretty part, the part that we scored earlier. Get that coated, and again, you can use however much rub you want. Just get that barbecue rub on there. Okay, so we're gonna wash again. Okay, take this off. I have my plastic wrap already ready, because we're gonna let this sit for a couple hours and absorb all that flavor. So we want to let that set for a while. This is going to set the bark, let the meat absorb all that seasoning that we just put on there. Okay, so let that sit. Once we do that, get your smoker rolling, get it up to temperature. You can do anywhere between 225, up to 300 even. Some people even go hotter than that, Kansas City style. But we're gonna go low and slow on this one, about 225, 250. It's probably gonna take probably 8 to 10 hours, who knows? It all depends. Just manage your fire, which the Weber Smoky Mountain does a great job. And we'll go from there, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll show you the process of cooking it in the smoker up until we finish it. So I'll show you the finished product and everything. Thank you. Good morning, guys. So the pork shoulder's been on for about an hour. Trying to get the bark set here. Just spritzed it. That's what she's looking like in an hour, after 1 hour. Okay, so this is what it's looking like after about 5.5, maybe 6 hours. We're at 162, so we're gonna wrap at 165. We're gonna keep her going. All right, so she's at 209, 208. We're gonna go ahead and pull it, wrap it, and let it sit in the cooler for an hour, 2 hours, and it'll be fall apart.